Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Energized. So I'm sitting outside and I'm unfortunately not on the couch with Ross, but Ross is about to take off, literally, aren't you?
I am. Systems are go. These are more like Buzz Lightyear headphones. Baz, you got so excited there at the start that like the whole screen shook.
I know. I took off. I took off. This is
In fairness, you'd miss doing it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like we had to find a way for the show to go on, and we're trying to respect all the HSE's rules and like not meeting up with anyone that you don't have to. And like it's not just when I meet up with you. Like when I meet up with you, it's like you also meet everyone who I interact with, and then I
That's the
also
thing.
meet everyone who you interact with. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
not just and like also I work one of the like biggest tourist places like in the country, so like it's not really great for me to be overly interacting with too many people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and the beard. My dad
The
gave out
beard,
about the
Barry
beard.
thinks the coronavirus is going to get in this beard, but like this beard is going to be so big after the coronavirus. It's frightening.
No, it's no, because I'm in close quarters with my dad and my sister, and my dad was like, get rid of the beard, and then a few days later it happened, and he's like, he still hasn't got rid of the beard, right? So then I went in and I shaved it, and then I was like, I do the mustache first, and I shaved it, and then I was like, I'm gonna leave the chin bit really long, right? But then, like, I wish I did the mustache part. Maybe I did a Hitler or something. So I walked in and I go, there's no bleeding way I'm going to get the coronavirus now with the big chin thing hanging down. But then I looked at me and he was like, what are you doing? And we just broke a shit laughing, you know.
Rich is a good man, isn't he?
He is, he actually enjoyed the show there the other day. I made sure he listened and watched the back. Make sure if you haven't checked it out, make sure to check it out because it took me ages to edit it.
Yeah, so we were on KCLR. Is that what it's called?
96
Yeah,
FM.
KCLR. 96 FM. We were based on radio down in Kilkenny. Shano. And if you didn't know Shano, if you listen to that show, you'll know who Shano is afterwards. We had a bit of technical difficulties at the start, but we did a quick 10-minute interview on Kilkenny FM. They do a sports show from 2 to 6 every Saturday and Sunday, so check it out if you are interested. I think we have a swipe up for it there on the old Instagram. And if you just go into our YouTube there, you'll find it there. Barry put in some really cool photos with the audio, so make sure to check it out. When Barry first did it, when you first did it, and you were like, "Oh, check out, we'll put the photos in instead." I actually laughed out loud when I saw Khabib eating the tiramisu.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was like, "That's actually gas."
Do you know that was the last picture I put in because I made the whole video, and then I was like, "Oh, that gap where you were explaining everything, it was a bit too long." One still thing, and you said the Khabib tiramisu thing, and that was the first thing Dosprak came into my head. I was like, "It has to go in because if the bread one went in, the tiramisu had to go in."
Yeah, man, it was actually brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to remind me of? Remember you made me that birthday video?
Well, I got everyone on their uncle to say happy birthday to you.
Yeah, but just how edited it was, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember what's called when we did that. Tobin, who people don't actually know because he doesn't have any form of social media, did like a 4-minute happy birthday, and I had to like find a bit where he said happy birthday and edit the rest out.
Man, this doesn't even feel like we're doing a podcast here, you know that?
I know, yeah. It feels like we're just doing a sort of a Skype call. This Zoom app must be the most downloaded app in the entire world now, is it?
Yeah. That and Pornhub.
Well, I'm not even messing. Like, I saw so many people using this app over the weekend. So many people were having gaff parties where they're having like a can of beer when they're on chat to all their friends.
Speaking of that,
you know what? It's good to see people make the effort.
Yeah, speaking of that, how's the coronavirus affecting you?
This week I decided to like even narrow my social circle. Like I didn't go see my ma over Mother's Day and stuff like that.
Yeah, go on.
It's just one of those things where it's like, here, look, if I'm going to meet up with her, I'll probably meet up for a walk or something like that. Here, we're out in the open space, and we're not in like any close personal contact. Obviously, Theo is like my main concern at the moment, to be honest, just because he's young. I know they sort of say babies don't really get it, but you don't want to be like the first baby to get it.
Yeah,
so,
Jesus, yeah. Get rid of that beard then.
Man, give over with the beard, will you? I need the haircut as well. Shock and carry on here. You know what I mean?
What's it called? You're going to end up like Tom Hanks. in
Tom Hanks Castaway.
Yeah, not
Hopefully not
actual
Tom Hanks with the coronavirus.
Yeah, not that one. Like,
Yeah. Shout out
yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, I was up in Galway, and then when I came back, everyone just looked like they were like zombies or something, and even the sky was grey, and I was just like, oh no, this is. I
Oh man, it's the most uncertain times of all time, I'd say. Like I was in the supermarket there, and like moments you sort of forget, and then other moments you're just like, what is going on? Like you can feel the anxiety in the room. You know what I mean? When you walk into the supermarket, it's scary stuff.
I only go
and
down,
some people are,
like,
and then some fella in the supermarket was too good at social distancing, and I skipped him in the queue, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Sorry, just queuing." He was like, "I'm in the queue," but like he was standing like 6 feet away from someone, and I was like, "When you stand 6 feet away from someone in the queue, like that seems like really far away." I know that's what you're supposed to do, but it's a long way back.
Yeah. How much longer do you think it's going to go on like this?
I think we were looking at least June, to be honest. That's my honest opinion. I think like we might start going back to normal in June, but realistically, like I think at the moment there's 900 to 1,000 cases in Ireland of the coronavirus, and I think like we're probably going to get up to like 12 to 15,000 before it goes back down. You know what I mean? Before like there's any sort of level off.
Yeah, that's why like I only go out sort of when it's sort of later at night, because obviously families can't be out then, you know, because you can't really have the kids out walking that late. But like just even get to listen to a few podcasts. That's why I was like, right, we definitely have to do this, because like some people actually will miss our shows. Like for instance, like the Fight Companion was on when it was UFC Brazil, and Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub were all saying how their podcast, like they're used to their podcast coming out at a certain time every week, and they look forward to it. So if it doesn't come out, they're like, what the fuck's going on? And like it's almost like a duty to do it, but like at the sake of our lives, this is the only way we can do it. Same for a lot of people.
No, it's one of those things where, you know, your entertainment source has become a lot more necessary, and it's also so unique to see the way people are now providing that entertainment. Like, for instance, I was watching Full Time Devils, which is like a Man United fan channel page, and like the lads were doing their podcast from at home. Ariel Hawani, obviously a MMA journalist, he was doing like Instagram live from at home and stuff like that. And it's just so crazy the way, you know, everything's changed. But at the end of the day, it's important for people like ourselves to still provide that content, and it's important obviously for people to get that content as well.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the content that's coming out right now is garbage though as well. It's just like, it's just all, well, obviously the news is just pure COVID-19, but like it like every other video is like, who's the best player in the league, or is LeBron James the best, or like just nothingness, pointless shit. And then like also people are obsessed with posting on Instagram right now, going live, and like people are going crazy. I've seen lots of people like that follow us, that we follow, are going crazy.
Yeah, people are really losing their mind.
Yeah, it's understandable though. I mean, like they have nothing to do. I woke up today and I was like, is this still going on?
I think it's one of those things where like when you get locked in a cage for a week, you know, your animal instincts tend to sort of come out in you. It's a very uncertain time, and there's like certain things that like I can't wait to be over. Like I never want to hear the word like social distancing ever again. It's like, oh my god, just like stop, will you stop saying that? There's just like so much, and you know, I mean, it's scary for the elderly people, and then like everyone's like going to their granny's house, taking a picture of them outside the window, being like, not allowed to see my granny, but here I am. And then like how many people are doing like keep yuppies with the toilet roll? That video that you actually posted on our Instagram of your man going around his gaff, I was like, that was actually insane.
It was, yeah.
Well, is he like a parkour free runner type person? I assume he is, yeah.
I think he just had a lot of time in his hands.
Even though like that must take him so long to set up to actually do it, and it probably took him an hour to set that up, and he completed it in like 60 seconds.
It's like setting up a load of dominoes.
What are you drinking there?
Probably my 8th coffee of the day. Just drinking so much coffee.
Are you milling the coffee now, are you?
Yeah. I've been actually just drinking so much coffee that like I don't eat until like well into the afternoon.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I also downloaded Football Manager, by the way. That's passing time, but like I'm like playing it, and like the shit thing about it is I am passing time, but I'm achieving nothing. Whereas if people are playing Fortnite, you're getting better at something that you could eventually join FaZe Clan. But like
maybe there is like some sort of, you could be an official Football Manager tester.
Yeah.
Come here to me. I suppose we should talk about sport, because I'm sure a lot of people are coming here for some sports content. We might as well start with. I think we start with the football. Might as well start in the Premier League. The Premier League say that they have to get all their games finished by the end of June. Do you think that actually will happen? Football behind closed doors, or do you think that's not going to happen at all?
I can't see it happening, man.
Neither can I.
They're giving out about the fans not being able to go as well. But what fan is going to want to go into a stadium in England as well, where they're not giving a shit? And like, you just have to sit in front of someone and then they just go on the back of your head, and you're like, COVID.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to get done, especially considering someone like Callum Hudson-Odoi has the coronavirus. Mikel Arteta has the coronavirus. Like, no one wants to play Arsenal, and no one's going to want to play Chelsea. You know what I mean? Because like, they already have someone with the coronavirus. Yeah.
But the thing is, Liverpool are if Liverpool win 2 games, they win the league.
Yeah, that's the sort of talk of the town at the moment, really, in terms of the Premier League. Now, if you go really into it and you talk to any of the people part of the English game, they're like, oh, well, like Barnet and like Bristol City, they're going to go extinct as clubs now because financially they can't afford for the season not to carry on. And apparently the Premier League already gave 140 million to the lower leagues every season to sort of keep them afloat. I think obviously the Premier League and the Championship are probably all fine. But I think it's any team below that is, in risk of extinction. Yeah. Also, there's talk that they'll have to give hundreds of millions back to the Premier League will if the games aren't played.
Yeah, well, like they're going to make all that back out like later on in life. But are the players still getting paid like 300 grand a week and not even playing?
They probably are. I think contractually they're probably obliged. I think it depends on person by person's contract, but
yeah, but I doubt they put in their contracts in case of a world epidemic.
Yeah, but they might just say, I earn this amount a week no matter what.
I don't know.
Regardless of play time.
It's just crazy. It's taken, like, for the lower teams in the Premier League, like someone like Bournemouth, who don't have a big stadium, someone like Norwich, they can't really be affording these wages as well. No,
absolutely not. So tell me, what do you think? Let's say there's no more games played to the end of June. Do you think they end the league as is, or do you think they continue the league in August, September, or what way do you think it goes?
I've been thinking about it, but like, I think it's really unfair on Liverpool. But the thing is, Man U are like in the form of their lives, and Man U could potentially be back in the Champions League. So I'd want the season to continue. Yeah,
I agree from a sort of selfish point of view, and obviously I want to be entertained. I want the Premier League to continue. But in terms of fairness, they're talking about having 22 teams in the Premier League next year. No one gets relegated, and West Brom and Leeds come up as it stands. Personally, I don't think it's like fair that Norwich will get to stay in the Premier League. Like, they're very last, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but Liverpool are very first.
Yeah, but I feel like Liverpool should be awarded the league.
No, you can't award them the league. It's not over yet.
Yeah, but I think if like you're ever going to award someone the league, it's like that. Same with like Celtic in Scotland. Like they're 10 points ahead of Rangers.
The way the world's gone so PC, they'll probably just hand it to Liverpool. But what about United? And what about Man City? Are they going to feel a bit? It's like, oh, Man City, you're allowed back in the Champions League. Man U, see you later.
Oh yeah, they might go. Man City are allowed in the Champions League because that Champions League never finished.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah. But the funny thing is actually Sheffield United will have a game in hand over Man United, and if they win that, they go ahead of them, and then they'd be in the Champions League spot.
You couldn't write this, man. You could not write this.
No, who would have thought Sheffield United would be doing so well? I think we both predicted they'd be like last or second last start of the season.
I think I was like, they're definitely getting relegated.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know any of their players, bar the Irish ones who aren't good.
Yeah. I think McGoldrick has gotten like 2 goals this year.
Yeah, 2 more than he's got for Ireland.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, man. He tries hard, though.
Man, fair play to make the effort putting the Irish jersey in the background.
I didn't do that. That's the washing line.
All right. they're from Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
I have to change on Paddy's Day.
Paddy's Day podcast.
Hey, come here. Tell me this and tell me no more. See, in the rugby, the AIL's cancelled, so the very much club rugby's over. But you also think that the Pro 14 and the Heineken Cup be over as well? I feel like if the football's over, the rugby's going to be over. I feel like it's like same thing.
You can't have fans in the stadiums. That's the thing.
No,
I don't think you can.
Do you think rugby would be weirder to play in front of an empty stadium than football?
The same.
It's so crazy, isn't it?
It'll be weird for everyone.
What do you think of them postponing the Six Nations till October? I'm just like, they should just scrap it. I'm sort of.
No, because there's so much money in it. There's those 5 games for each team are so important for next season's Six Nations.
I know. I'm just I don't see it as the same tournament when some of the games are played in February and some of the games are played in October. When there's only 5 games each.
Oh no, it was a quick decision. They didn't really think about this. That was all before things really kicked in, especially in Ireland.
I suppose our Six Nations will be our autumn internationals now, won't they?
Yeah, that's not the worst.
No, I suppose we have Italy at home and then France away.
Yeah, bring the Italians over again.
Yeah, but the French team might have a new team that aren't as good by October, so it's grand.
Why?
Because France are always chopping and changing their team. So by the time October rolls around, they'll be like, right, this fella's in. Great.
I thought you were cracking a dead joke, and I was like, oh shit, man, don't be saying that.
Oh no, Jesus, no, I wouldn't do that. You wouldn't wish that on anyone.
No, man, no.
Yeah, and then obviously MMA is the one thing that's trying to continue. In a random way, it is one of the few sports that you can sort of get less than 10 to 20 people in a large space at the one time. If you really break it down to what you need, Ben Askren sort of did a speech on this, our mate, that you could take the 3 judges out of the arena and put them in separate rooms and that they could score remotely. Okay? Well, so that's no one, right? So we'll just use Khabib and Tony Ferguson for an example, right?
Yeah.
So you have Khabib, Tony Ferguson, and the referee. Right, so that's 3 people. And then you have 3 cornermen for Khabib and then 3 cornermen for Ferguson. So that's 9 people. Then you have Dana White, which is the 10th person. And that's it.
What about the cameraman?
Oh, yeah. In the Performance Centre or in the Apex Centre, whatever it's called, do they not have those overhead cameras?
Oh, no, I just remember people always standing above and aiming down.
All right, well, you can say you only have 2 cornermen each, and then.
Well, if they had enough preparation,
if
they had enough preparation, they could just put a load of cameras around.
Yeah, because they could just sort of leave cameras in all the spots static.
The real question is, do these guys want to do it or not? I feel like if it doesn't happen now, it's never going to happen. Do they want to do it?
I have this terrible feeling that one of them is going to get the coronavirus, so therefore the fight won't go ahead because it's the most jinx fight of all time.
Who do you think would be more likely to get it? Because both of them cut a lot of weight. I say Khabib.
Yeah, I feel like Khabib would get it
because he looks terrible when he cuts weight.
Yeah, I feel like Tony Ferguson puts himself in such isolation. Where would he get it?
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, he wouldn't have enough. Yeah, also Khabib would have so many fans. That's the weird thing. Imagine being Conor McGregor walking around now. Would someone be like, "Gives the photo," or maybe say calm down in Centra or something.
Give us a photo from a far distance.
Yeah, because if someone touches you, I mean, that's the thing, man. If you get touched.
I think the thing is you can't see it, so therefore you can't be there it is, you know what I mean?
I know. I was walking down the road last night and some fella was smoking and then I inhaled his smoke and then I was like, I inhaled his smoke there. That's I'll probably have it now, I don't know. Fucking hell.
Did you watch UFC Brazil and then Cage Warriors 113?
I didn't see UFC Brazil because I was in Galway, but I did see Cage Warriors. Yes.
All right. Well, will I talk about UFC Brazil and then you talk about Cage Warriors?
Yeah, go on ahead.
First of all, Charles Oliveira was so impressive
Yeah.
I think Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub were like going on about it, but like his striking was so clean and his jiu-jitsu so good. He's got 14 submissions in the UFC, like way more than anyone. I think 2 more than Royce Gracie. Like,
Do you think
absolutely
that's
insane.
Do you think that's his home at 155?
I think so. I think at 145 he missed weight loads, so like he probably just can't make that anymore. I think he's also 30 now, and he's got like 20 odd fights in the UFC. He's up there chasing Cowboy for like the most fights in UFC history. I think he just looks so good. I'd love to see him against maybe a top 5 opponent at 155. I think he looks very, very threatening there. Also, who else is on that card? Oh, Gilbert Burns, who knocked out Damian Maia. That was very impressive as well. He tried to get that Tyron Woodley fight after Leon Edwards and Woodley was cancelled. I think he also serves a top 5 opponent. So, like, he also trains at the same gym as Colby Covington, and he was trying to call him out as well. So Gilbert Burns is like one of those guys who has no name recognition, but like extraordinarily dangerous. It's a bit like fighting. Remember Jack Hermanson at the time? It's like, who?
Yeah.
But he's very good, so don't fight him.
Yeah.
What do you think of Cage Warriors 113?
It was good. It was decent. Both Irish guys lost. Paddy Pimlet beat Decky Dalton in the first round, just like absolutely mauled him. Then in the main event, John McColgan lost. He's from Northern Ireland. And there's talk about him getting on that UC Dublin card. And he got destroyed by that Welsh lad for the title. So the Welsh guy, I think, is 9-0 now, maybe.
I think he might get on the UFC card, you know that?
Yeah.
McColgan's now 6-3. UFC
August.
Dublin.
That's
August, yeah.
Actually,
might as well talk about that.
I'm feeling we'd be grand by then.
Yeah. What a main event, no? Till versus Whitaker. I was actually blown away by that.
Maybe who knows about if Whitaker would even make it, but Darren Till would definitely make it, you know?
Yeah, but I was like, oh, that couldn't be a better main event for Dublin. You know what I mean? Because the fans are going to sing Sweet Caroline like there's no tomorrow, aren't they?
Yeah. That's great news.
Yeah, I was like, perfect, because I was real convinced we were going to get some like really mediocre fight. I thought we'd end up with like Jan Blachowicz versus Anthony Smith or something. It was sort of like, all right, thanks, lads.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, first, great fight, but like not the whatever €100-something cost to go see it.
Yeah, not the name recognition, but yeah, they must be taking notice of all the stuff Bellator's been doing.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose Bellator taking over the European market, and UFC want to sort of state their claim to the European MMA kings.
And that's a big one. Darren Till's massive.
Massive. Yeah. Darren Till's. Would you say after Conor McGregor, he's the biggest name in European MMA?
Bar Artem, yes.
Unless you're a massive fan of the bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, but Ross, I put a post out there saying that we're going to try and get some guests on as well, just before we wrap things up. So this week we're going to have to send some messages out and see what happens when there's 3 people here. But
Grand, I actually think I'll tag Darren Conway in it because I think he's gassed. When I asked him about his MMA, up and coming MMA debut coming up, which I think should be funny. We get Al Foran on talk about WrestleMania. WrestleMania behind closed doors, like, could be very interesting as well.
Yeah, I'll try and get in touch with Dosbrack as well.
Yeah, that'd be good. Why not?
Yeah,
but anyway, Bud, absolutely great talking to you.
If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe.
Oh, and yeah, actually always, do. Stay energized.
Stay energized.